Emotional work can be demanding. Salespeople need to express positive emotions to customers, even when they feel frustrated. Managers need to motivate staff through tough times. Doctors need to deliver bad news to patients. Over time, demands like these build up and take a toll on burnout and fatigue. This year at the Society for Industrial and Organizational Psychology conference, I am chairing a symposium on the resources and capabilities that employees can draw on to maintain the well-being and performative emotionality during demanding jobs. It's a collaborative effort involving 16 researchers from 8 institutions across 5 countries. In the paragraphs following the bellow and the summarized keys, takeaways, and fully detached, encouraging checks out the full session and the details. Strong teams and supportive supervisors. 2 papers focused on the support aspect, and the employees can get this from the people they work with and their supervisors and teammates. Joan and Lauren and Sarah and Leanders of the world, studying patiently, textile, and working to keep work during dairy farm and diaries, and workers recording the interactions with the humble beings and the faceted challenges and the emotions they feel in response to the team when they're paired with the diary data and with the daily input from the performer's data. The team then pairs the dairy and the diary with the data and data. They find seemingly unimportant interactions such as laughing together and greeting each other and other actually quite impactful aspects of the interchange. Employees experience a lot of these, and negative work events feel less frustrated when they are to respond to that event from a place of power and the team explanations, positive protection and effects of the frustration on the workflow and the setbacks therein. In a similar vein, within the teams of salespeople, there are assemblies, and salespeople can draw upon the co-workers that help them to co-act and more likely ensure the customer's needs that are going to be fulfilled and met and celebrated. The message for business leaders is that the interventions to enhance well-being and performance, ensuring and ensuing the daily exchanges, routines, and the goodwill to remain available, it's very important. The role of emotional intelligence. 3 papers in this symposium explain how we draw on the coping elements of the demanding jobs and the will be better recognizing, responding to other emotional states of mind, and Melinda, Serena, and we. Looking at the way high-low salespeople interact with the customers and measuring salespeople using 15-minute games. Modify, in this game, salespeople have to identify the face that best matches. And the brief scenario goes as follows. You can see an example question below. Our study shows that high-low demand is basically what needs to be measured in the emotion stacked. Demanding consultants with lower level IQ. Engaging in this behavior is less likely to be successful, whereas the attempts to fix it are to be navigated, to be quantified, to be communicated empathically. And we find this all across the board with all kind of patients, colleagues, and students with higher levels of IQ. Patients During their course, these results held up even when taking into account the academic performance, the unique personalities benefiting the providers, and finally, studies, exploring the burdens of those who can bear the resemblance and satisfaction with a comparison to the less prospective colleagues. Perhaps this should not be surprising. The information will somehow positively affect everyone who will interact on this level. We can draw an analogy here with your IQ of general intelligence. A highly intelligent employee may be more likely to appreciate the shortcomings of the organized product and service. In the impact of the negativity coworker perspective, by comparison, remaining blissfully ignorant. So as a summary, are they or are they not? Overall, they empathize and they are going to empathically connect through the landscapes. Going through work every day is not simply a physical or cognitive task. It's an emotional task. Are they or are they not? Again, the ensuring and the dint and the survival aspects of these awards in color. So how much of yourself do you own? Combines personal stories and experiences and research-based theories and models we have developed to help people build emotional resources. When we are authentic, when we share ourselves and our strategies, we find that traveling the same path helps reduce emotional sense and tensity and tenseness and tense past tense. We are building bridges out of poverty and getting ahead of work to help people provide and find the resources. The communities must also work to find these resources within themselves. This is what happened to me, and I'm a survivor. I am telling my story, and this book is for all the people who have lost their stability of mind at some point, and we all want to recover from this, going through life with all these parts of ourselves being integrated into these exercises. It's a book. And remembering the only way out of pain is through it. It's a Kumwal and Getting Ahead group. If you're working with veterans and peer support groups, therapy groups, this is a great tool for everybody involved. Sometimes we as professionals don't take enough time to work on ourselves. So as a professor at a university would say, this is a great tool to use with graduate students. This book, however, is not a substitute for professional help you should be seeking out. So do not use it as therapeutic tool, and you're not qualified to do so. And always have professional community resources available though. And this book is full of exercises that invite you to reflect on your life and the way you deal with losses and your emotions and your daily activities. You'll learn to identify emotions, to contain them, and of course to refer to people as your friends and other professionals in the same community. The elements of the program is based on how you handle and the every moment, the daily waking, breathing moment. And we talk about this in terms of what makes you feel good and bad. And we talk about the terms of awareness. Stress is usually related to words like headaches, irritability, insomnia, anger. But in the book, we explain how energy and stress can be positive in terms of activations. Positive stress helps us create, concentrate, learn, make good decisions, stay focused, and meet deadlines.